Welcome into Surf's Reselling Talk and What Sold. Today we have 25 items to ship out. 14 of them were on eBay. We have 5 on Mercari, 6 on Poshmark. No Depop sales today. But we're going to go into a new series. Usually I go live with my packing. I want to do something different. I want to be able to talk to you guys, make it short and sweet, show you exactly what I'm selling, how much I'm buying it for, and how much I'm selling it for you guys out there. Now, Monday mornings, I usually go live, so if you want to catch a live, subscribe to the channel, come in on Monday mornings, and you'll catch me there. Otherwise, I'm going to go through with you what I do. Full-time reseller. I've been reselling since 2016. I was a teacher for 13 years, so now I'm teaching y'all. So let's get right into it. We're going to do eBay sales first. We have 14 sales on eBay to ship out, so this is one day of sales, 25. Now, I do use Autoposher. Now, I used to never cross-list. I never was on any platform but eBay. Those of you who know me, follow me, and have followed me the past year, know that I've only sold on eBay forever. Then in March, I started cross-listing. So since then, I had my 14 regular sales, but now I have another 16 sales because of Autoposher and cross-listing. Plus, I'll tell you along the way if Autoposher sent out offers and all that sort of stuff, because Autoposher is a cross-lister and a virtual assistant, so it shares my listings on Poshmark. It sends out offers, it delists, relists, it does all the stuff. Well worth the money. If you're interested in Autoposher, I do have a link in my LinkTree or on surfsoffinds.com. You get $5 off. I'll probably talk about Autoposher all the time because it gets me so many sales. But getting into it, on eBay, the first thing we sold is a Mickey Mouse, which is my favorite. Everyone knows that I love Disney. I'm a sucker for Disney, but I'm not going to keep this one. I have some others. Mickey Mouse shirt. If you have a Disney branded, all over print, Hawaiian, anything. If it's Mickey, Donald Duck, whoever, Lilo and Stitch, it sells. This cost me $5. It sold for $22.79. Actually, I'm going to get my poly mailers here. $22.79. Which means that was an Autoposher sale because I don't have anything listed at 79 cents. Everything I have listed is at whatever 99, you know, like 29.99, 19.99, 21.99, that sort of thing. So what you're seeing me do now is looking at my phone, making sure I put the correct label on the correct item. I got all my items. I printed off my label, so I'm ready to go. So, Mickey Mouse all over print Hawaiian shirts are a pickup for me. $5 is what I picked it up. So, depending on your buy cost, whatever you think makes sense, it's sold for what I say, around 23 bucks. Here is a retail arbitrage. This is the size small. Size small retail arbitrage. Don't really need to talk much about a lot of this retail arbitrage, but I do retail arbitrage, and if you don't know what that is and you're interested in making a little extra money without thrifting, you can go to stores who have really big sales, find some really good items like these kids' North Face rain jackets. I got them for $8 a piece. I sold it for $23.99, which is a good ROI. And you just go to those sales and you clean up. So that's what you do, retail arbitrage. You buy stuff that are new with tags at retail stores and then go online and sell it for more money than you bought it for. And you know what? That's what retail stores do anyways, right? They have their suppliers and then they raise the prices and sell it to the consumer. That's exactly what we're doing. We are just out there hustling. So that sold for $23.99, bought it for $8. Next item, another retail arbitrage item, is this Polo Ralph Lauren belt with the bears. Bought this for right around mid-20s, right around $22, $23 plus tax. What I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to roll him up, put him in a poly mailer, then put him in a box just to keep him extra safe. It is going out ground. I sold it for 50 bucks. So $49.99 is what I sold that for. And I have 20 something into it. So you can see $8 into that North Face. You know, that's not bad to sit on that $8. But when you're sitting on $25 for an item, I like to price it where it will sell pretty quickly, especially if I can double my money. So that sold within about a month or two. Well, about a month for double the money. Of course, eBay's going to take their percent out of it. But let's make sure that's going to the right person. It is. That's going out the door. So I ship usually every day. On eBay, I have 1 to 3 day shipping policy. Most people have next day. I usually ship next day, but I like to have a little bit of leeway. Having 2 kids, coaching soccer, all that stuff. I don't want to not ship one day and get in trouble and get dinged by eBay. These are a must pick up for me. Probably my best seller this time of year in the summer. These are Under Armour Match Play shorts. They don't say Match Play on them. You just know it because of the stretchy, tacky waistband. They're Match Play shorts. I picked these up for $3.99. I sell them all the time for the exact same price, $23.99. But this didn't sell for $23.99. It sold for $22.79, which means Autoposher sent out my 5% offer that I have set up on eBay, and overnight it sold to someone. So they took that best offer at $22.79. Again, I didn't make that, Autoposher did. So that got me that sale. Again, I picked those up for $3.99. A lot of people don't pick up Under Armour and stuff like that anymore, and there's a lot that I don't pick up, but those I do. And the pants, I picked those up as well. Making sure it's going to the right person. It is. Here we go. Just went on a road trip, long highway sale, and off in the boonies, a little country road, they had a barn sale, and they had a whole bunch of Judy blue jean shorts. A whole bunch of them for $5 for the used ones, $10 for new. They had a whole bunch of new ones. Bought them all, made a deal. So these were, I would say, right about $3 or $4 with the deal, the bundle I made with the person. Sold these for $18.99 within just a couple days. I listed these as Bermuda Judy Blues because they're a little bit longer, distressed, but Judy Blue, not Judy Blues. But again, a lot of you know I used to do Whatnot with just women's clothing. I think I'm going to start just listing them on eBay now that I cross-list to Poshmark, which has a lot of women buyers, and Mercari and Depop. I did not cross-list these to Depop. I'm trying to keep Depop mostly vintage-ish items. Let me know what you think. If there's some other items that would sell better on Depop, let me know. But I'm definitely going to try to keep that to vintage type of items. Retail arbitrage again. The same place where I bought the North Face Patagonia new with tag shorts, but they're small. That's probably why they were on clearance. Bought these for right around $15 and sold them for $40. So you have to be able to not just source at thrift stores, but think outside the box. Everyone's complaining here and there about thrift store prices going up and then pulling the good stuff. That's true. So what can you do? You can think outside the box. Where else can you source? I source at big clearance sales, and I make that money. And then I just reinvest it back into the business. So if there is a big sale that comes up, I'm able to hop on it and snipe all that stuff. All right, next item, again, making sure it's going to the right person. These I've never sold before. So for tuning in, we're going to be going over a lot of brands. You never know what I'm going to bring up. It could be a bolo, could be a new brand to you. So definitely subscribe, definitely come in and tune in to these regularly casted episodes. But these are Stocko. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. Let me show you again. This is the tag right here. So that's what the tag looks like. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. They're just jeans. What caught my attention was just that they were, well, they are selvaged. So they have the little red stitching right there. So they are salvaged. That's a good thing. But it's a different style tag. It was a nice leather patch tag. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to look it up. It was a good thing I did because these sold for $66.49. I pay $7.99 for jeans. So there's a new bolo if you don't know that one yet. I didn't. That's the only pair I've ever found of that brand. And they were salvaged. So $7.99 into $66.49. Again, Autoposher sale, sent out an offer in the middle of the night. So in the middle of the night. Also, if you're new here, I've got a goofy personality. That's who I am, full of energy, goofy personality. I taught elementary, I taught special needs, PE, so always outgoing, have to keep their attention, have to have fun, always. Next item I sold was a Buck Mason, which I actually purchased this off of a Whatnot show. So I've got it off a Whatnot show. People sleep on this brand unless they know it. But it's Buck Mason, just a t-shirt. I think I only picked it up for a few bucks on Whatnot. sold it for $18.99. So there's another way you can source on Whatnot. I haven't been on there for a little while sourcing, but hey, if there's a good show with a lot of good stuff and not a lot of people in there, people are just trying to get started and sell stuff for cheap, hop on, source. Especially if you can get a lot of stuff and have it shipped to you cheap, I'd highly recommend doing that. This is going to Brett. Thank you, Brett, for that. So still going through eBay stuff. Now this is online. So we've had thrift store, retail arbitrage, Whatnot arbitrage, online arbitrage. So I bought this online Kju's polo shirt, bought a whole bunch of them whenever they have big sales online, and I know it's something that is going to sell really, really well and it's on clearance. I will throw a lot at it and get a whole bunch. So I got a ton of these. I pretty much bought them out of these polo shirts. And yeah, bought them for $22.99 a piece. This one sold for $42.99. $42.99. So $22.99 and a $42.99. And I got a whole bunch. So all I had to do was list one and then just do a quantity. So super easy. Kind of my favorite things to list. If I can just list one in a quantity of 1 million, then that's awesome. Another North Face, again, $8. Don't need to talk about it. Don't need to repeat. But $8 into, was it $23.99? It was. Just making sure it wasn't an Autoposher sale. But yeah, $23.99 into this. By the way, I'm putting these in my poly mailers. Everything I use is attached to my LinkTree. If you don't know how to get to my LinkTree, just go to surfsupfinds.com. I don't sell stuff to people. I basically just do this for informational. If you're new, I go live. I've been going live for the past year, and I just show people and give people my knowledge. Now that I'm not teaching, I can be on the internet and not get in trouble. But yeah, you can go to surfsupfinds.com. You can see my Amazon link or my LinkTree. You can see all the stuff I use. And it also helps, it does help the channel because it does give a kickback, but you can get whatever's cheapest poly mailer you want. All right, this is going out. So $8.99 or $8 into $23.99 on that one. Next item, I did not pull that item. So I'm gonna have to ship that one later. Did not pull it, I forgot about that one. It's a 511 tactical shirt and I sold for $20.89. Again, another Autoposher sale. Next item was a retail arbitrage item. This was from Ross, and I picked two of these up. A lot of you know, and there might be a lot of people that disagree, but I am a seasonal seller, I guess you could call it. So what I do, for example, with online arbitrage or retail arbitrage or thrifting, let's say I get a whole bunch of winter and spring stuff. Well, right now it's June. I prioritize spring stuff right now before winter. So if I get through all my spring and summer polos and shorts and swim trunks and all that stuff, then I'll list summer and winter. You always have to be listing. Some people are like, well, they message me all the time. If I have winter stuff, should I just wait? I say always list, but prioritize by season. That's what I do. Everyone does what they want to do. A lot of people say don't have a death pile and all that sort of stuff. But if you found out in like 2020 when you couldn't go sourcing and you had no death pile, you had nothing for sale, it was really hard. It was hard for the eBay business. So it's up to you what you want to do. That's what I do. So these were in my storage unit. I just listed these recently. Bought these last fall at the end of the season, like summer sale at Ross, and they sold for $40 on eBay. Next item, some shoes. So we're going to see a lot of different things today. Shoes, I pick up shoes. Don't just pick up clothing. And I'm a 99% clothing seller, but I have a history of picking up hard goods and reselling them. So why not get the knowledge to go into a thrift store and know a little bit about everything in that thrift store so you can walk around, glance, and pick some stuff up that's worth money. These are Allen Edmonds shoes. Just a little cap toe right there. They're brown. I took a best offer of $65. I don't pay any more than $10 for these shoes. I have to look, but yeah, these were less than $10. Sold them for $65. What I do is, again, I don't sell things. You go to Costco if you want. I got these from Costco. They're the small trash can bags. and they're perfect for shoes. I'll show you in a minute. I stuff a little bit of paper down in the box, and then I'll put the shoes in this. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Again, never had any complaints about any of the way I'm packing anything. So the way you see me packing stuff might not be up to some of everyone's par, or might be different than what you do. Totally fine. Keep doing you. But I try to be as efficient as possible. I've never had complaints about any of these ways or methods of packing. You see, I don't double bag or anything like that. Never have had complaints. So, again, you do you. I'm just showing you what I do. So these sold to Drew. Drew has some nice, like $300 Allen Edmonds shoes. He's just gonna have to resole those for like 20 bucks. He's gonna be looking good. So those sold to Drew. Next one, which is my last eBay sale, was a I Be Cool. I know you're like thinking he is cool, but that's not it. It's I Be Cool. So I Be Cool is the name of this brand. I would pick this up at a thrift store used for $5 and resell it for around mid-20s. Bought this retail arbitrage for $22, sold it for $44.99. I've been selling these like crazy. They do have, let me show you this. They do have this little vent. I don't know if you can see it. It's vented on the underarm of the sleeve. So they're more like golf or tennis type of women's. It's women's like athletic apparel type thing. So that is what that is. That is the last eBay, other than the one I have to get in a little bit. That 511. That 511. I don't even know if I told you how much that sold for. So the 511 tactical shirt, yeah, it sold for $20.89. I remember telling you guys that. Okay, so now we're going to go to Depop. Nothing on Depop. Didn't sell anything on Depop. Depop's been my slowest selling platform, but my second best platform has been Poshmark. Now a close second is Mercari, which I'm super happy about because there are no seller fees. So let's get into Mercari. There are going to be some things here that I wouldn't get again. I'm going to let you know what that is. The first one being right here. I think this is a really good brand. Made in Italy, all that sort of stuff. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Balente. I have no idea. I'm going to butcher it. But pick this up. I knew it because that little diamond right there in the pocket really wasn't a good pickup. Took an offer at $15. Actually, I didn't take an offer. I had it at $14.99, and when you cross-list it on Mercari, it goes at a whole number. So it sold for $15 on Mercari. Again, with Mercari, I get to keep all that $15. Ooh. So 5 into 15. I wouldn't pick it up again. Why? Yes, I tripled my money, but it sat for probably a year and a half. I'm not in the business of holding money and letting it collect dust. I want to get that capital to work. So I would not get that one again. This is something I don't get very often, are cotton Vineyard Vine shorts. I get them for $3.99, which isn't a bad price. But if I can find 3 in a row that are in good condition, I'll just lot them together. So I lotted these together. I do lots, and it just depends. People ask me, how do you decide to do lots? This is an example. Something that I wouldn't normally pick up, buy it for $3.99, might sell for like $14, which kind of doesn't meet my $10 profit metric. But if there's 3 in a row, I could buy them all, take quick pictures, lot them up. That's what I did. So these sold for $28 over on Mercari. So I'm going to put these in a poly mailer, a bigger poly mailer, because they won't fit in the smaller one. And that's going to go on its way. So again, buy cost is important. I had right around $10 after my little 10% off at Goodwill. And I flipped it into 28 bucks. So it was okay. It sat for a little bit. Probably something I'm going to stop doing. So I stopped picking up cotton Vineyard Vine shorts for the most part. Those I picked up to see how the lot would do. You always need to be trying new things. Try to do new things. Try different brands, like the one I showed you earlier with the salvage stitching. Always try something different. This one, these were so cheap. $7.99 at Burlington Coat Factory. I will not forget these. So $7.99 at Burlington. Has the tag right here. They were originally $150. What? But it's a Notre Dame all over print shirt. It sold for $21.12. So Autoposher, let me tell you how I do Autoposher on Mercari. So on Mercari, I have a 15% off offer sent to people that look at the item or like the item or whatever. 15%. Why 15%? eBay only have 5 because Mercari doesn't, they don't have fees. So I'm cool with doing 15% instead of just 5 because eBay's already taken the 13. Poshmark takes its 20. I'm cool with sending a 15% offer on Mercari. So that sold for $21.12, which might have been like my first Mercari best offer take. I don't know. I think a pair of Under Armour match play shorts. Again, this time they were new with tags. Again, I sell these for $23.99, but this is a size 30, which is a little bit tougher to sell. I sold these for $30 on the dot, but again, I don't have to pay any fees on that. So these are going to go out again in my cute little polka dot mailers. And yeah, that sold for $30, and I bought those for $3.99. So all my shorts where I live are $3.99. In fact, my average buy cost for my thrifted items is $5.25. Jeans $7.99, blazers $7.99, shirts are $4.99, shorts are $3.99. You get jeans are $7.99. That's how it is. Last Mercari sale. I can't show it to you, but this last week I did a large buyout of American Girl doll stuff. A whole bunch. So $11 or $13 total, and I spent $250. This was just a few accessories that sold for $80 on Mercari. So I don't have to pay anything on this. $80, that's at least a third-ish of, about a third-ish of my original buy cost, just in a few accessories. I haven't even sold a single doll yet. So that's going to be definitely a good one for me. So that's going out on Mercari. Next, we're doing Poshmark. So Poshmark, let me start with this. It's not gross because I wash them. You can be like, what's this dude talking about? Listen. So this is what I do. It's top secret. When I get running athletic shoes, what I do is I wait till they're worn down just enough where people still can get some good life out of them, and then I resell them. It's genius. So it's basically like going to Brooks or Asics.com and getting like $25 off a new pair of shoes, because I just sell mine right before they get in poor condition. I know. So I sold 2 pair. I just went through all my shoes the other day and did that. I'm like, that's something I can do. See, you learn a little thing here and there from Surfs. Okay, Brad's my name, but people call me Surfs. These sold for $59 for both pairs, so $30 a pair. Again, when I do this, I price them to sell. I'm not trying to sit on these. Man, these had a lot of time on these shoes, and I got $60. So instead of donating these or giving them away or throwing them away or whatever, I resold my own shoes to put towards, so I have $60 to put towards my new shoes now, which I already bought on clearance on Asics.com. And these are actually, I would put these in a priority, sorry for that, I would put these in a priority shoe box, but both shoes wouldn't fit. So they're going in just this box right here, which is a reused box that I got. So that's going out the door. Next items are 2 shirts that were bundled on. So those were 2 items bundled on Poshmark, which I see a lot of that on Poshmark now. John Varvatos. Both of these are very high-end brands, still sold at Nordstrom's, but the resale value is just not there. I don't know why, but John Varvatos just doesn't sell that well for me. Here's a polo shirt by John Varvatos, and even maybe more of a popular brand, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, but 5 years ago, All Saints. So All Saints is another brand that's really high-end, but they just don't sell that well for me. Both these shirts together, I took an offer for $33 combined. So $5 a piece, so $10 into $33, And you would think, you know, those are really, really great brands to pick up, but they just don't. And if they did, they would have sold on eBay a long time for me for a lot more money. But they've been sitting for over a year. Over a year. My pictures were good. Pictures are one of the top 3 things. I think you're buying the right item at the right price with a good picture are the most important details. So vineyard vines, not cotton shorts. These are performance. Now performance, I'll pick up all day long if they're in good condition for $3.99. These are a very large size. These sold for $25 on Poshmark. So these are going to go in this bag right here. Did I put that other one in a non-bag? I always, since I've been new to Poshmark, now that I'm cross-listing over to Poshmark, I keep putting stuff in my own bags. When you're on Poshmark, use post office stuff. Use those free materials. Don't waste 11 cents and use your own bag. Use the post office materials. Go to USPS.com, put in your address and everything, and get that stuff for free. Last sale we're doing today, and again, thanks for coming in. We're going to be doing this all the time. So I'm going to be putting these out often. You can see what I sold, how much I bought it for. Quick, wham bam, thank you, man. This is the type of stuff I would watch when I first started reselling, and I continue to watch this day to learn new brands. Peter Millar Blazer. This one is just a navy blue wool, no pattern on it. I'm going to show you exactly how I fold blazers. This one sold for $60, paid $7.99. So what I do with blazers, again, it might not be what you do, but this is what I do, and I've never had a complaint. I fold it in half so the buttons are on the inside, and then I roll it again so the sleeve buttons are on the inside, so it kind of looks like a burrito. That way they get it, there's no wrinkles in it. It's all in a burrito style. And then I put the burrito in a padded flat rate envelope. That is free on USPS.com. So I put it in there, and I don't even put any more tape on it. Just use the self-adhesive like that, and there it is. So 25 items and a day, really good sales for me. I have about 1,400 items listed in my store. I try to sell 1 to 2% of those items a day. That's my goal. So I hit that 2%, which is great, which means I have to list about 2%, which means I need to list about 20 items or 24 items a day to keep on pace. So again, thanks for coming in, guys. Hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one.